Someone asked a hard question and got punished for it. Unfair, isn't it? There was a time when people were not allowed to believe differently. Sounds scary, right? This is not a story from a movie. It really happened. Long ago, the church had something called the Inquisition. It was supposed to protect religion, but many people believe it was used to scare, punish, and hide the truth. In this video, we're going deep into the Inquisition Files. What secrets were kept? Who were the people behind the fear? And why did the church try to erase some of this dark past? The answers may shock you. Let's begin this journey together and learn the truth that some wanted to keep hidden. The fear that wore a cross. The Inquisition started in the 1200s. At that time, the Catholic Church was very powerful. The church wanted all people to believe the same things. But some people had new ideas about God and life. The church said these ideas were wrong. So they made a group called the Inquisition. It was their job to stop people who thought differently. The church said this was to protect the truth. But they began using fear, pain, and prisons. If someone looked different or asked questions, they could be taken. Many people became too scared to speak or even think. Who were the heretics? A heretic was a person who believed something different from the church. A heretic could be anyone, a teacher, a farmer, or a mother. Some of these people only asked simple questions. Some read the Bible at home. Some wanted the church to be better, but the church did not listen. They only wanted full control. If you did not follow all their rules, you were called a heretic. Heretics were taken away, locked up, or even killed. Many people were afraid to talk in their own homes. Living in fear was normal during the time of the Inquisition. Dark rooms, harsh words. People working for the Inquisition did not carry swords. They wore long robes and carried paper, but they were still feared. They asked hard questions and watched your words. If they thought you were lying, you could be punished. Some people were locked in cold, dark rooms. Some were not allowed to see their families. The worst part was that many were punished with no proof. There were no fair trials like we have today. Sometimes, even neighbors lied to stay safe. The fear spread everywhere, like a dark cloud over homes and streets. Torture in the name of truth. The Inquisition used torture to get answers. They thought pain would make people tell the truth, but many people just said anything to stop the pain. They used scary tools to hurt the body. Some tools crushed fingers. Some stretched people for hours. These things were done in secret, but people heard the cries and told the stories. There was blood, tears, and broken lives. The church said it was for God, but many felt it was only pain and fear. The truth was lost, and only suffering was left behind in those dark rooms. The file cabinets of fear. The Inquisition wrote down everything. They kept big books full of names and punishments. These were called Inquisition Files. They wrote what people said. They wrote how people were punished. But normal people were not allowed to read these files. Only church leaders could see them. Many think they wanted to hide the truth. Years later, some files were found again. When people read them, they were shocked. The papers told of fear, pain, and control. These files are now very important. They help us understand the pain that many people went through in silence, voices that would not stay silent. Even when people were scared, some stayed strong. They knew what the church was doing was wrong. Some were writers, some were teachers, some were just brave people who wanted to help. They said, "This is not right." Many were punished badly, but their words did not disappear. Their ideas were written in books. They gave hope to others. Slowly, more people started to listen. These strong voices helped change the world. They showed that truth is stronger than fear. Even if their lives were hard, their words still live today. The Spanish Inquisition. This part of history began in 1478 in Spain. The king and queen wanted everyone to follow the same religion. They told Jews and Muslims to leave or change their faith. If they didn't, they were punished badly. This group was called the Spanish Inquisition. It was very strong and very feared. They watched people all the time. Many were taken without proof. Even rich people were not safe. No one knew who would be taken next. People were scared to speak. It was not only about religion anymore. It became about power, fear and control. Secrets. Hidden in the Vatican. The Catholic Church kept the Inquisition papers hidden for many years. These papers were locked in the Vatican, where the Pope lives. They had names, lies, and painful stories. Many people asked to see them, but the Church said no. For a long time, the truth stayed inside. In the 1990s, they slowly opened the files. When people read them, they were shocked and sad. The truth was worse than many had thought. People had suffered so much. Many asked why the Church kept it secret. Some answers are still not known even today. The Church says sorry, but is it enough? In the year 2000, the Pope said sorry for the Inquisition. He said the Church had hurt people in the name of God. Some people were happy to hear that, but others were still sad and angry. They said the pain was already done. Many had lost family and friends. Some asked why the Church waited so long to say sorry. Others said it was better than saying nothing, but it made people think more. Was it just a word, or did they truly mean it? A sorry can help, but it cannot erase the past. Lessons from a painful past. The Inquisition teaches us many things. It shows that fear and power can hurt many lives. It shows that asking questions is not wrong. It also shows that hiding the truth never works forever. Today we can speak and believe freely, but we must protect this freedom. We should be kind, strong, and fair. This history helps us learn and be better people. We should not repeat those mistakes again. The best way to respect the past is to learn from it. That is how we make the world a better place. Truth can't be burned. The Inquisition tried to stop people with fear and fire, but the truth did not die. It stayed alive in stories, books, and people's hearts. Even when no one could speak, the truth waited. And now, you know part of it too. You are part of the voice that speaks for the past. Knowing this story makes you smarter and kinder. Truth may hide, but it never disappears. It waits for someone brave to tell it. That is how we fight fear, with truth, courage, and care for others. Every time you share what you've learned, the truth grows stronger. Every kind word and question you ask helps keep it alive. The past cannot speak, but you can. And your voice might help someone else find the truth too. Why this story still matters. Some people think this is just an old story from a long time ago, but it still matters a lot today. Long ago, people were hurt or punished just for asking questions or believing something different from others. That was not fair, and it made many people feel scared and quiet. Even today, in some places, people still get in trouble for sharing their thoughts or for believing in their own way. That is still not right. This story helps us learn why we must be kind, fair, and good to others. We should never make someone feel small or afraid because they think in a different way. Everyone should feel safe to talk and believe freely. We may not always agree, and that is okay. We can still listen and show respect. When people feel safe to ask, speak, and learn, the world becomes a better and more peaceful place. This story is not just about what happened long ago. It teaches us how to treat others kindly today, in school, in our homes, and in our hearts. It shows us how to make the world a place where everyone feels free, safe, and heard. Everyone deserves to be heard. Back in the time of the Inquisition, many people were told not to talk or ask questions. If they said something different, they were punished or taken away. That was very unfair and very wrong. Everyone has thoughts and feelings, and those thoughts should matter. Even if someone believes something different, they should still be treated with care. No one should feel scared just because their ideas are not the same as others. Today, we can learn from that mistake. We should listen to others with kind hearts and open minds. When someone speaks, we should not laugh at them or tell them to stop. We should hear what they say and try to understand. Listening shows respect. It shows that we care. Every person's voice is important. Every person's idea can help. When we give others a chance to speak, we make the world nicer and more fair. No one is too small to be heard. Everyone, even a quiet voice, can say something that matters. And when we all listen, we all grow. If this video helped you learn about the Inquisition in a simple and clear way, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Share it with a friend who wants to know the real truth behind history. And tell us in the comments, what surprised you the most about the Inquisition? Your thoughts matter. Talking about the past helps us all grow. Remember, no matter how dark the story, the light of truth is always stronger. So take one small step today. Learn, think, share. Because your voice is powerful, and truth needs you.